To start with, it is important to know that we are dealing with specific files, so we have to pay attention to the file path more than to the language pair. If we are lucky enough to have the original Word file at hand, it is always preferable to work with it. On the other hand, if we have digital PDF, those are also good candidates for conversion if the text is selectable and the file is not scanned. However, we know that in the real scenario, we usually have scanned or form-like PDFs in which the OCR may work pretty well, but usually names, dates, numbers, and other characteristics will need extra review. In Pairaphrase, we have two ways to convert PDFs to get good results. Both are useful, both are good, but the right choice will depend on the structure of the IEP in this case. One of the options is retain flowing text, which is best when we deal with text-based PDFs created from Word, Google Docs, InDesign, for instance. And it is good to choose this option when we want a cleaner text flow, an easy way to edit the final translation in Word, and a more natural reformatting. However, we may also have more complex or form-heavy PDFs generated by specific systems or that are visually structured, and in which case it will be preferable to choose retain page layout mode. So when we use this mode, we will probably get a closer visual similarity to the original, and a stronger table preservation, and we will also have a better handling of fixed position blocks. And I will show you an example of this. If you have a look at this IEP, as I told you, it looks pretty normal. But when I try to select the text, you can see that it is form-like. I cannot select the full text all at once. It is really hard. And that means that when we process this file through any software to translate it, we will get some difficulties at the moment of segmentation and final layout result. So, as I told you, we can go to Pairaphrase, user profile, and change the PDF conversion settings to test which setting is the best for that specific IEP or PDF. As I told you, we have retain flowing text and retain page layout as options. Remember that every time you change your settings, you have to go down and click Save for the settings to be used by Pairaphrase. Do not forget to do that. Once you have selected your settings, you go to Translate and proceed with the translation as usual. I will show you an example of how to compare the results of both tests, translation with retain flowing text on the left, translation with retain page layout on the right, so you can see how this choice impact in the facility or the easiness of editing of the final document. If I go to the left to the retain flowing text translated document, I can simply select the whole text and make any necessary changes all at once. For instance, reducing the font size or increasing the font size. And this, in general, helps a lot to improve the visual layout of the document. If we go to the retain page layout version, we will see that although I can select the whole document, it does not allow me to reduce or increase the font size all at once. The reason is that every single piece of text is contained in a block. So to modify, for instance, words or the size of the fonts of certain text, you will have to go block by block. So again, if you are focusing on the text, the flowing text of your PDF, choose retain flowing text. If you are focusing on the visual impact or the visual layout of your document, choose retain page layout. Always test both and run version A, run version B, and compare the results. That way you will be able to see if tables are maintained, if headings are aligned, if anything was missing or duplicated, etc. Do not worry about doing these tests again and again, because you will not run out of words, because we contemplate these situations.